Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita, and I have a wonderful story for you called The You First Way. Today's memory verse is from Mark chapter 9, verse 35. It says, "If anyone wants to be first, he must be the very last." The message for today's story is we serve others when we let them go first. Have you ever raced with someone? Maybe you wanted to be first to the swings or the first to play with a toy. We all like to be first. A long time ago, Jesus had something special to say about being first. Jesus and his disciple friends walked along the road to Jerusalem. The disciples had seen and heard many exciting things as they traveled with Jesus. Now the disciples were excited because they thought that very soon Jesus would become the king of their land. Many people wanted Jesus to be king. They thought that if Jesus became their king, things would get better. The disciples wanted important jobs when Jesus became king. They talked about who would have the best jobs. They even argued who would be first in Jesus' kingdom. James and John, who were brothers, said to Jesus, "When you are king, we want to sit right beside you. One of us could be on your left, and the other one could be on your right." When the other disciples heard James and John talk to Jesus, it made them very angry. "Why should you two be next to Jesus?" they argued. "We deserve to sit next to Jesus just as much as you do. We want to be first." Jesus knew his friends did not understand what it meant to be first with him. He called them to come a little closer. You know that some people think that if they are first, they are better and greater than anyone else. But I see it differently. I think the greatest people are the people who think of others first. If you want to be first with me in my kingdom, then you will think of others first. That is my way of being first. The disciples listened quietly. They remembered how Jesus always helped others, how he made people feel better. They had seen him heal those who were blind. He healed people who could not walk. The disciples had heard Jesus speak kindly to everyone, and now they were ashamed. Then Jesus smiled a big, warm smile. "I didn't come here to have people to do things for me," he said. "I came here to do things for them. And that's what I want you to do too. You can be first for Jesus every day. You can look for ways to make someone else happy. You can put others first. You can be a helper. Being first in Jesus' way is fun."
This podcast was brought to you by Gracelink.net and Studio El Piso in Singapore. For more children's resources, please visit Gracelink.net.